Welcome to Live from Your Laptop. Hear straight from Klaviyo's community of some of the fastest growing brands and partners about how they're growing their e-commerce business and owning their destiny. Hosted by Morgan Lasky, for today's episode, we welcome GhostBed.
Hey everyone, happy Tuesday. Welcome to Live from Your Laptop. My name is Morgan Lasky and I head up our events here at Klaviyo. And my job in this next hour is to make sure that you get some great information and some inspiring growth tips. I'm so glad that you could all join us today because we've got a great show in store for you with lots of tactics, lots of inspiration, like I said, for your business. But before we do that, I want to know who from the community is joining us today and where in the world you're tuning in from. So feel free to turn those videos on, but make sure you're on mute and go over to the chat. If you go down there and you click on the chat button, you'll be able to say hello to everybody in the chat. Let us know your name, what company you're with, and where you're tuning in from. So today on Live from Your Laptop, we are talking to a family-owned business that has been around for over 100 years. GhostBed is on the show to discuss how they got started and ways Klaviyo is helping them with their growth. We definitely took some questions from the community that were submitted prior to, like we always do. But feel free to pop any questions that come up in the chat, and we will try to answer those as well. After the chat, we're going to walk through GhostBed's mattress quiz to find out if you need a new mattress and which one is the perfect one for you. So you guys will get to follow along with their intuitive mattress quiz. Then to wrap it all up, we've got 2 giveaways again. I'm gonna be honest, you guys, I'm super jealous that 2 of you guys are gonna win and I don't have the chance to win because this is a really good one. Each prize is worth $625. It is the sleep bundle, I don't know, Kelsey told me what it was, I forgot. But anyhow, it's 2 ghost pillows, 1 sheet set in the size and color of your choice, and 2 silk pillowcases. So you guys will definitely have to stick around for that and make sure that you're paying attention throughout the whole entire episode of Live from Your Laptop. All right, Ashley Warner, welcome to the show. Let's get this party started, girl. Please tell us.
Hi.
Hi.
I'm Ashley. And I'm literally live from my laptop. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. Thank you for being here.
So I have been with our company from the beginning. A little background, my dad started us, Mark, and our family history is with ladders. So the Warner Ladder Company was started by my grandfather's uncle about 100+ years ago. And all the family worked there. My grandfather worked there and he was instrumental there. He's an engineer and a chemist. He invented the fiberglass ladder and the extension ladder. And then his brothers worked there with him, his cousins. And then the next generation was my dad, his siblings, his cousins, my second cousins, my third cousins. It was a true family business. I mean, everyone in the Warner family worked there. And that sold, 20, 25 years ago or so. And then my dad took what he learned about manufacturing ladders to manufacturing mattresses, because according to him, manufacturing is manufacturing. And so he actually started Nature's Sleep about 20 years ago. And I was his first hire. And I was free because on my weekends home from college, I would help him in the guest house of our house. And he would have pillow samples. That's how it started, was with pillows. And I would just tag them, like what the cover was made out of, what they were filled with. And boy, how we've grown since then. But so I've been working alongside him all these years. And my role with the company has seriously changed. I went from tagging the samples to doing records, and then I invoiced for many, many, many years. And then about 2 years ago, I was given the opportunity to do our email marketing. And that's what I've been doing ever since. And then GhostBed, so we were Nature's Sleep, which was more like a wholesale mattress line. And then we went with our direct-to-consumer GhostBed mattress in 2015. And from there, we've grown significantly. We started with 1 mattress and now we're up to 5 for online. And then we have a whole inline GhostBed lineup as well.
Awesome.
So.
Well, we're definitely going to learn more about GhostBed, but crazy. I love the family affair. I love that family owned business. And it seems like you were just, you were born into this, but is this something that you were passionate about? Like this being in the business and kind of like feeling like you're making an impact, not for someone else, but for your family?
Not at all. This was not the plan. I wanted to be a doctor.
Wow.
I wanted to be a forensic pathologist. Like I wanted to cut open dead bodies. That was my passion. I was interning at the Miami-Dade Medical Examiner's Office. And then I wanted to go to medical school to pursue that. And so I was taking some more classes to get into medical school. And then on the side, I was also working for Nature Sleep. And then one day I literally came home to my parents and I'm like, do I need to become a doctor? And they're like, no. I'm like, can I just work for you guys forever? They're like, yeah. I'm like,
yes.
No.
Wow, what a great plan B. That's awesome. Well, Ashley, thank you so much for telling us a little bit about yourself. Let's jump right in, you guys. Let's hear more about GhostBed. As you explained, you know, there's some family history here that stems back over 100 years with the Warner Ladder Company. I mean, before this, I think we were talking, I have a Warner ladder. Like, it's such a well-known brand. Right. So please enlighten us on how you guys went from ladders to mattresses. You said a little bit about, you know, people having, you know, interest and knowledge in manufacturing. If they can manufacture ladders, they can manufacture mattresses. I don't know if that's the case, but you guys are doing good. But let's talk a little bit about, you know, how that transition went from ladders to mattresses. And what's the mission of GhostBed? Why did you guys create the company?
So the mission from day one has been to create a bigger, better, and more affordable mattress. Mm-hmm. So really, my dad, he has had 3 major neck surgeries. So sleep and pain have always just gone together with him. And he got frustrated. You know, for so many years, he couldn't find a comfortable mattress or pillow to sleep on. So he literally decided to just invent his own. And when you come from a family of inventors and engineers and manufacturers, these things are just more natural to you. You know, a lot of online mattress companies, they were doing one thing one day and the next day they just decide to sell a mattress. Well, we actually have a history of knowing how to engineer quality products. And that's really the key difference. Like Warner Ladder is known for quality. You can ask any contractor, any construction worker, and they choose Warner because it's the best. Our slogan was always climb with the best, because that's always been the Warner Ladder goal and mission, is to create and engineer the highest quality ladders. Because when you're climbing a ladder, you don't want to fall off, right? You want a good product. And so with mattresses, it's the same thing. It's a high quality mattress at a price that won't break the bank. You know, you walk into a retail store for mattresses, you could spend $8,000 on a mattress, which is a lot of money. And I still meet people who forget that I sell mattresses, and they'll tell me, oh my God, I just spent $7,000. This happened a month ago with my hairdresser. He spent $7,000. I was like, why? And he's like, I forgot, I'm sorry. But quality is the most important thing. Right. And it costs money to make these mattresses. You know, they're not cheap to make. So they're not cheap products to sell by any means, and even to ship. You know, this is a 150-pound product that you're shipping, you know, so they're expensive to ship, and quality materials are more expensive to make as well. But
and you guys are made in the USA, right?
Mattresses are 100% made in the USA. And if you buy from our Canadian site, because we have a Canadian company as well, those are all made in Canada.
Nice. Like that. Okay. Awesome. So, I guess going on to this next question, you know, online mattress sales have had a huge boost since 2015. I mean, I don't even remember a time where I bought a mat. I don't even know the last time I've been in a mattress store, to be quite honest with you. I've always kind of bought my mattresses online, except for when I was a kid. My parents took care of that. But
more of you.
Yeah, right, exactly. I found some statistics online about the mattress market, and you can definitely correct me if I'm wrong. But you guys, like, that industry was already following a huge growth trajectory. In fact, there was over a 30% increase just in 2019 alone. I can't even imagine what the increase was in 2020 when the pandemic was in full swing. Makes sense, right? Consumers not wanting to necessarily go into a store and test out a mattress that other people have laid. And that's the last thing I want to do.
Right.
So,
exactly. And they were closed. The stores were closed. The stores were closed. And where were you? You were home. Exactly. Everyone was home. Where are you when you're home? You're in your room a lot. You're in your bed. So all of a sudden, people are investing in their home, in the place that they're spending all this time. So all of a sudden, it wasn't a big deal to go online and buy a mattress.
Yeah.
It used to be.
Yeah. I mean, well, people wanted to test and feel it out, but I think everything about that with COVID has kind of changed. And I still think there's room for that. But so let's talk about how the pandemic changed things for you guys. Like, obviously you experienced growth, but like, how did you prepare? What was that like?
So I think it wasn't that difficult for us because we're based in South Florida. We have hurricanes, right? So we always have to be prepared to go remote at any time because of hurricanes.
Yeah, it's true.
So when COVID happened, we were set up for it. I mean, we really were. We were already, completely in the cloud, and we weren't required to be in our office, and people were already working remote, and all of our systems, they all functioned, whether we were able to go work in person or not. And so I think because we were so prepared and used to hurricanes, I know seems like a weird transition, but it allowed us to really just keep on going with COVID. And yeah, COVID, I mean, it's hard to say that there's good things that come out of it because there's so many bad things, but it has been amazing for our business.
Yeah.
People just felt much more comfortable buying a mattress online.
Right. That makes sense. So let's go into your social media strategy. One of the questions that came from the community was, how do you come up with different and engaging content for mattresses? I mean, you have to think about, with cosmetics or apparel or food products, right? You can do there's tons of stuff you can do. But for a mattress, you're a little more limited. You really got to think outside the box, right? No pun intended. But so let's kind of talk about that. How do you come up with different and engaging content for mattresses that people that are scrolling Facebook and Instagram and Twitter can be attracted to?
Right. I mean, it's really tough, right? Because mattresses are not an exciting purchase for most people. And it's an easy thing to just deter. You need a new one, but you can keep pushing it off. Oh, I'll do it next month. I'll do it the following month. I'll do it next year. I don't like my bed, but I can keep sleeping on it. It's not that exciting. But what we do is we really just try to connect with the human voice and relate to people, because at the end of the day, we are this family business, and that is our core value. And we're not just a faceless brand. We're not some giant corporation. So we really try to connect with the human experience. And what I also do besides email marketing is I am the community manager for our Facebook. So every single comment, question that gets posted on our ads, and there are lots of them all day long, they never stop. Facebook does not sleep. I am there replying to each and every one of them.
Wow.
Everyone. So anyone, and people are always shocked that there's a real person replying when they DM us. Is this a robot? Is anyone there? And I say, yes, hi, I'm here. And it's like, oh, they're surprised. And even with email, it's the same thing. I get all the replies to all of our marketing emails, and I answer every single one of them. So it's always that human element, engaging with people on a personal level. I think that's what sets us apart. Right.
And so what particular channels or tactics have proven to be really effective effective and scalable for the brand. Like, do you have any examples of maybe like what you guys are putting out on Facebook that you're seeing like great engagement from?
When we send mattresses to people who create their own videos, those always do very well, as opposed to just our photography.
Sure.
Like those more natural, like the influencers, those natural settings where they create a video, those seem to do really, really well. Those get really high engagement on Facebook. We do Instagram. Instagram's harder for mattresses. It just is, right? Because we're not, a sexy food picture. We're not makeup. We're not bodybuilding. We're not these beautiful images that you just crave and want. We're bed. So Instagram is tougher for us. Facebook and Google, Google AdWords, that's really big for us too, because everyone's searching, back pain, this and that. That's big for us. And affiliates. We do a lot with the affiliates because then they're also searching and they're going to these sites, top 5 mattresses, best mattress for back pain. So that's really big for us too, is the search, the organic, Facebook, and then email, of course.
Yeah, which we're definitely going to get into because you guys are doing a lot in your
email. Yes.
Staying on social for another minute. The affiliate. So you were talking about affiliates and influencers. I would imagine that, like you said, this has been really helpful for your social kind of presence and kind of proof, real proof, like sometimes I think with reviews, they're great, but it's nice to see just a real human person on the other end, like using the mattress, talking about it on a video. Talk to us a little bit about that program. How does your affiliate program work? How do you get your influencers? And can you share your return on investment percentage from those efforts?
So it's really hard to track the influencers who are receiving products and creating videos and postings because we don't give out codes. Okay. So we don't give out, their own coupon code. It's really hard to track what that did. It's more of just a brand awareness campaign. So you send out lots of sheets and pillows and pillowcases to thousands of these micro influencers, and it just in numbers, right? So, so you might see one because you follow this blogger, and then someone else might see a posting of our pillow just over and over and over. Because mattresses, that's a much harder thing to send out to thousands of people. Because again, these are not inexpensive products. So it's sending out some of our smaller accessories to lots and lots of influencers. And it's brand awareness.
Yeah. And how are you choosing the influencers? I know sometimes that's a question for brands. Like, how can I choose, the best influencers, ones that aren't already influencing a million products? Am I going to get my share of it? Like, how do you determine who's right for your product?
I know we have some criteria. You have to have X number of followers, and I don't really select, but we do use a company and a platform that kind of filters through who to accept. But I know, just on Facebook and Instagram, I get at least a dozen people asking every single day. And I don't go through those. We go through this platform. So I'd highly recommend, there's a few of them out there.
What's the platform you guys use? Do you mind sharing?
IntelliFluence.
IntelliFluence?
I think I'm saying it right. It's 2 words, but IntelliFluence.
Well, maybe someone who's listening will know what we're talking about and correct us if we're wrong. Okay, that's good. And do you use that for your affiliates too, or different program?
So those are 2 different things. Affiliates. So those we call the influencers, and then the affiliates are, best mattress kind of websites.
Okay.
That rank mattresses and review mattresses, not just a blogger.
Right. Okay, nice.
Yeah, so that's different.
And do you have a list? Like, how do you select your affiliates? Like, what criteria does that require?
That's much, less criteria. Anyone who really has a mattress review site and gets decent traffic, we will work with.
Reach out to them. And
yeah, absolutely. The more places that receive our mattress, the better, because we are so confident that anyone's going to love our mattress because they're so good that they're going to review it and give it a high score. So we want it on any review site that's out there.
Right. Great. Awesome. Well, thanks for sharing that with us. So this kind of works nicely into the next question that we had, which You guys also have this referral program as well as, multiple discount options for educators, first responders, all the above. Talk to us about, this referral program that you provide to your community. And I think we have an image of kind of just what you guys are offering. How did you come up with this? What advice do you have for others who are listening in today, to start a referral program or a rewards program or something, to help build their business through their customers?
Right. So rewards for us wouldn't really work because most rewards programs you need to purchase a lot. And since we're such a high AOV, that's harder. But so we just do we call it share the love. And the idea is that you bought a GhostBed, right? You love it. And you are out and you're with your girlfriends, you're talking to your mom, you're like, oh my goodness, this mattress is amazing. And then your mom says, oh, I need a new mattress. Then you share your referral link and you get $100 if she buys a mattress, which is a lot to offer somebody, right? Like $100 just to get someone that to buy a mattress is a big reward. But for us, we already, we paid to acquire you. If it only costs us now $100 to get your friend, your mom, win-win. That's great for us because the most powerful reviews are from friends and family. Like we know that. And after you purchase a GhostBed, we have a little survey that pops up. And the first question is, how did you hear about GhostBed? And consistently, number one is friends and family.
Wow.
Word of mouth recommendation. It's always so interesting to me that we read reviews online of complete strangers, someone that we don't know, we know nothing about them. And if someone says something negative, I'm not going to buy that. Mm-hmm. But when it's a friend or family, it's so much more powerful, and we sort of rely on each other to test out new products. Like I found this new face toner that I'm obsessed with. So I bought it from my mom. I told my sister-in-law about it and they're happy. Like, oh, good, because we can't possibly try every product out there ourselves. Right. We need our friends and family to try them for us and recommend them. So we're incentivizing you with $100 to get your friends and family to buy a mattress.
That's a pretty good discount. I could definitely, and I think mattresses are such a high ticket item that that's a big investment, right? Like I would trust my mom if she's like, Morgan, this mattress is amazing. I'd be like, all right, I'm going to go out and get it, opposed to reading a review online. So
it's so powerful. Exactly. Like you tell me it's that good. Okay. I'll go buy it.
So doing like a friends and family kind of discount. And every time someone purchases a mattress, you send them that information for it, get them sharing that code out. That's awesome.
We give you $100 through PayPal.
Yeah. That's
easy.
Awesome.
Easiest $100 you'll ever make.
Yeah, that's awesome. No, that's a great initiative right there, to reward your current customers and encourage new customers. Love that.
Absolutely.
Okay, let's dive into Klaviyo, you guys. This is like one of my most favorite parts of Live from Your Laptop. So you guys have a lot going on in your account, and I know I'm going to call out your CSM. Caitlin's on the call.
Caitlin, my
girl. So you guys have a lot going on. It was hard to pick and choose what to talk about. So we got a couple different things we're going to dive into. Okay. And you guys, I heard through the grapevine you're a pro at Klaviyo. So I want to know how you went from invoicing to like being a Klaviyo master. Maybe Caitlin taught you. I don't know. Maybe she's a good teacher, good mentor.
She's a master. I get all the credit, but it's really her.
That's okay. We're here to serve you guys. So let's kind of talk about, you also have, you guys have expanded to 4 different Klaviyo accounts. So not only managing 4 different GhostBed Klaviyo accounts. So you have 4 different accounts. So I want to start with, what was your method with this expansion? Why do you have 4 accounts? I'm just interested because I think others in the community would be interested as well. Maybe they need another account to help expand and scale their business.
So for every website we have our own account, right? Okay. So GhostBed US has its own Klaviyo account, and then GhostBed Canada has to have its own account because, for one, they're 2 different countries. You have different currencies. You have different languages. They use metric. They don't use inches, so those have to be separate. Even with SMS, we just in the last 2 weeks you guys rolled out SMS in Canada because there was none before. So we now have that there officially. Very exciting. And then we just launched another mattress, the GhostBed Natural. And this is our organic, natural answer to a mattress. But we're not putting it on the main GhostBed site because it's so different. You can't really compare it. Like somebody who is going out to look for a mattress for back pain probably isn't going to just buy this natural mattress. This is for someone who's going out to buy a natural organic mattress. You know, it's really a different customer. So we created its own site. So therefore it needs its own Klaviyo account.
Mm-hmm.
So you're not going to send them the welcome series about all the other ghost beds when this is just its own. And then we have the Nature Sleep, which is our wholesale line that we're revamping. So we haven't done much with that yet, but that's probably gonna be more for distributors. So I'm not honestly sure how I'm gonna use it with Klaviyo, but it needed to have its own account as well.
Okay, that makes sense.
And it's a lot. Like I have to keep reminding myself before, you know, remembered Canada this and natural that. It's a lot.
Right. Well, at least, you know, I like to be organized. So at least it can be in a very organized, like each place has its own initiatives and correspondence. And I like that. So, you know, obviously with everything we kind of just covered in the last, 30 minutes, GhostBed has seen major year-over-year growth. How has Klaviyo helped you guys achieve this?
So definitely through segmenting, sending the right messages to the right customer at the right time. That's everything. Others on our marketing team, they get jealous that my ROI is so high. And I say, well, it's not fair. You guys have to spend all the money to get me the customers.
Yeah.
It's my job once we've got them to convert them. And that's what Klaviyo does. It helps me at a really low cost overall to our overall marketing budget. What we pay for email and text, it's peanuts compared to Facebook and Google and affiliates and this and that. So my job is to convert them once we get them. And that's all through Klaviyo. It's sending them the right text messages and the right emails at the right time to the right people. We, in the past, before I inherited our email, we were using a competitor, and the people who sent our emails just did the batch and blast, right? So they were just sent, no go.
No, girl.
I inherited an email system with a zero reputation score.
Right.
So we had to start from scratch because we were just sending to our whole list. No one was opening it. No one was clicking it, and it was winding up in spam. So when we started with Klaviyo, my open rates were, 8%, 10%. I mean, really, really bad. And I started with no contacts. Like we just got rid of all our old contacts, started from scratch. And we've just over 2 years built up. And now my open rates are getting close to 30%.
Damn. That's
huge,
awesome.
huge. I mean, and my click rates were like 0.2.
Yeah.
I thought the day I almost hit 1% was like, hallelujah. And now it's like 2%. And that's all from just refining and making sure that you're segmenting. Like I can't stress enough the segment.
Yeah. What are some of can you give an example of some your segments? Like I would imagine we probably should have talked about your target audience, but we can go back a little bit. What are some of your segments? Are you segmenting people based on engagement of opening emails? Are you segmenting them based on, what are some of those lists that you have that maybe some other people in the community listening in today can try for themselves?
So for campaigns, I send to people that are engaged in the last 30 days. Someone who has clicked an email in the last 30 days, who's been to our site in the last 30 days, or has opened an email in the last 30 days. So those 30 days, that for us is key. When I've gone beyond that, engagement totally drops.
Huh. Interesting.
So 30 days. And really, I think it's the 14 days. It's most people that have.
That's your sweet spot.
Yeah, it's about 14. But I do 30 and it's fine. But it's really, I think people that have been engaged in the last 14 days are the key demographic there.
Right. But it doesn't mean that you're not sending to other people. It's just
Correct.
you're not, that's like your key segment. So that 30 days. So if you guys are listening in, you don't have a engaged in the last 30 days segment, definitely go start one of those up. And
yeah. Right. I started out doing 90 days.
Yeah.
And I've just eliminated that because I don't need to send to that anymore.
Yeah. Okay. So I think we'll talk about segments in the next couple of questions. I think they might naturally come up, but mattresses are obviously a big ticket item, and you don't really need to replace a mattress, for a few years. We talked about this. So how are you guys, using Klaviyo to keep nurturing those customers who have already purchased a mattress from you and upsell other products to increase your CLV, your customer lifetime value?
Right. So you may only need for your bedroom a mattress once every 7 or 8 years, but most people have at least 2 bedrooms in their house, right? So we want to encourage a house full of ghosts. So you get one for your bedroom, I
don't know if I would buy a mattress if you sent me the
ghost. The little cute ghost emoji with the ghost emoji in the subject line. No, you. And there's a bed emoji. So there's a ghost emoji and a bed emoji. Put them together. Ghost bed.
Okay, well, very valid point. So most people have 2 bedrooms. They have to have, you encourage.
Right. And then they have kids. So they get one for their kids' room. And then, so you can get more than one. And then, right, there's all the accessories. And people used to spend a lot of time on many years on their mattress, 10 years plus. And research has shown, though, that people are replacing their mattresses much sooner than that. And the other thing is they get one mattress, one ghost bed. Let's say they got the classic, the first bed we launched with 5 years ago. And then 2-3 years go by and they love it. So they want to upgrade. Because we have 3 premium mattresses that we've come out with since then. So there's still so much opportunity to sell them another mattress for another room or for them to upgrade. And upgrades, believe it or not, happen all the time. And because I see it on Facebook as well. I upgraded to the Flex, I upgraded to the Lux, I upgraded to the Matrix. Love it, love it, love it. So there's tons of opportunity there. And then, we always have, the other products that they can add as well, because you need everything in your bedroom, right? You need pillows, you need sheets, you need protector, and you need the adjustable base. That I haven't talked about yet. But everyone needs
the adjustable base.
The adjustable base. You don't realize you need it until you try one and you say, "Oh my God, I need this." The adjustable base is a game changer.
It's like peanut butter and jelly. What they can't
have one without the other, right? Yes. And so people think that a mattress, can fix their back pain. It can help, but nothing can really help back pain when the adjustable base. And we're the bundle kings. The ghost bed and the adjustable base together, the bundle.
That's awesome.
We dominate. That's our number one seller is the combo.
Bundling.
The adjustable base.
Yeah, we've talked to other bundles are very popular around, we had a lot of conversations about bundling during Black Friday, Cyber Monday, but why not bundle all year? Why not? If they're big ticket items, right? Maybe that makes sense. We came up with the bundle after Hurricane Harvey in Texas. Oh, wow.
So I think this was 17, and we realized that people had just lost everything.
Yeah.
So they needed to replace their whole bedroom. And that's where we came up with the bundle. Let's get the mattress and the base together and then the pillows. And from there, it's just become, we're just the bundle kings. I mean, that's what we sell the most of now is the bundles. And it's so much easier for customers. We offer a bigger discount if you bundle to encourage the bundles. And people love it. I mean, they come home and there's just all these amazing big ghost bed boxes. They set it up and it's wow. They just
the whole set. Yeah. It's the whole set. Yeah.
The whole thing. And it's this instant bedroom makeover. All of a sudden, for a pretty good price for what you would spend double in a store, you've got the sickest mattress and adjustable base set up.
Sure. Now, if I don't bundle and I just buy a mattress, you guys are obviously hitting me with a flow, probably a post-purchase flow, where you're cross-selling hey, you got the mattress, but hey, the pillow is really going to up your game and help you. Yeah. So you guys have a post-purchase flow.
Yeah, we have a post-purchase flow where one a week, and we go through all the products. Like, uh-oh, you forgot your pillows. And my subject line for the sheets is what? Like, holy guacamole, these sheets. These sheets.
I don't know. If it said this shit, I'd probably open it more over this sheets.
I like having catchy subject lines.
Yeah, clearly.
I don't think it, but
this is live from your laptop. Welcome, you guys. We have fun here. All right. So you have catchy subject lines to get them to open. I love that. So I want to look at some of your flows. So let's start by looking at your welcome series, which is a newsletter. This is your highest performing flow, and it's pretty intricate. I will say that.
It's a lot. I know. I don't want people to get overwhelmed, because not all this is, of course, necessary.
Sure. Okay. So let's talk through it. And I know, and we tried to enlarge it for everyone. I know each week, I have some people, they're like, Morgan, I can't see it. I heard you. I understand. I couldn't see it either. So like we enlarge it for you. So we're looking at a part of the flow. This is the beginning of the flow. If we start from the left and go towards the right, I'm not expecting you to go through everything here, Ashley. Just tell us what's key about this flow.
Okay.
How is this working?
I would say 3 emails are key. So number 1, welcome to GhostBed.
Right.
That's the first email that you're going to receive. And that, I think you have a screenshot, is a letter from my dad. So this goes back to like the family business aspect on the left.
Yep, right here.
Right, so that one right there. So we show our owner, the CEO, the founder, the guy who created it all. We like to portray him front and center to make you really feel like you are becoming a part of the family. So with the welcome series, though, we're not yet welcoming you to the family. That email comes after you've made a purchase. Now it's welcome to the GhostBed family. This is welcome to GhostBed. And it's a little bit about his history, just real brief about, the neck pain, the surgeries, the ladders. And please, I can't wait for you to join the family and try our products. And people love this. Okay. And that I have, so this is a trick of mine, is the from, instead of just being from GhostBed. So that email is going to come from Mark@GhostBed.
Nice. Love that trick. Love that tactic.
And the best thing that ever happened to me was when Caitlin said that one of her new customers sent her a screenshot of us doing that and saying, we want to do this, like GhostBed does this. I was like, oh.
Nice. That's awesome. Yeah, no, it's super powerful to have it come from like a name at the company. That has been a very big trend over the last year.
When I made that switch, open rates went right up. And so email number 2 in the middle, this comes from Ashley at GhostBed. So this is you. Me. That's me. I'm Ashley at GhostBed. So when you get the replies and I'm signing it with Ashley, this is for me. So this email is the best thing ever because people don't know what mattress to buy. They want help, right? Nobody wants to sit there and like try and make the decision. It's really hard. Everyone, as my dad says, wants to be told what to do. That's why you go to the grocery store and you say to someone next to you, what flavor should I buy? Why are you asking that? Because you just want someone to tell you. So what I do here is I say, let me help you. Answer a few questions. Do you like firm, medium, soft? Do you sleep alone? Do you want to float? Do you want to sink? And try me. I will get you the perfect mattress. And I reply to each and every one of these replies. And I spend a lot of my day answering people who are replying to this email. And I never copy and paste. I personalize every single reply to make them feel like I am truly taking the time, which I am.
Right.
I'm taking the time to tell you what mattress you should buy.
Now, not to get off into a tangent, but how are you going to scale that? Like, how are you going to do that when you're getting triple the responses?
Great question.
Human. And I think that's a lot of like entrepreneurs face that as their business grows. Marketing teams face that. Like, how do you keep it human?
This is my struggle right now because I had my 3rd child recently. And so I had to go out of maternity. I took 5 days because I couldn't handle giving it up to somebody else because someone else had to take over the Facebook comments. They had to take over answering emails. But I would have to hire more of me.
Right. So
And
building more of like a support or a customer communication team or something.
right, who can answer like me, but people who are just doing customer service are used to more copy and paste type of responses.
Yep.
So it's really, really hard. I mean, I had my brother filling in because I was like, "You're family, you can do this while I'm out." But it's a great question, and that's my struggle. That is probably my biggest struggle, is how to scale this.
Yeah.
Because
Well, yeah. And that's awesome. I love how human you are about that. And if anybody has any ideas, or it's, how you've scaled it, pop it in the chat and let people know in the community. Okay. Let's get back to, so this second email that comes from you, where does that fall in the flow? Like
number 2.
Number 2. Okay. So that's the second you
need help picking a bed, reply now.
Love that. Okay.
That's
awesome. So then you guys kind of go through, you wait, if they did purchase, they move down the funnel there into the flow. If they
go out, right? Because it's important for us. We're not selling clothes where you can keep coming back and keep coming back. We're selling something that once you buy, you're done for now.
Yes.
So we're not going to keep messaging you with the welcome series, with campaigns, if you've recently made a purchase.
Got it. That makes sense.
So that's all those remove flows.
Yep. The removes. Yep. And then on this right side here, so fulfill, that's all the conditional logic there. So no, yes, you're still hitting them with that 40% off discount.
Right.
Love that. Okay, go over one more, Kelsey. So this just continues. Yeah, this is probably something we could spend many hours on, but you guys can rewatch it and kind of follow the flow. It's a flow. You can follow where the conditions are going. And the last one, Kels, I think. So yeah, you're obviously removing them. It looks like, what is that? A total of 10 days? Like
yes,
10 days
total. And it's 5 emails. And honestly, I could put more emails in there. I have to restrain myself because I keep coming up with more ideas of what I want to add in there. So now I'm thinking I should remove something to try something else. I could keep going with the welcome series. It's hard to do 5.
But that's the beauty of Klaviyo flows. You can constantly be editing them, updating them, A/B testing them. So
exactly.
That's awesome. And then this last email, is this part of the flow or this Memorial Day sale?
Yes. So the graphic will just change based on what the current sale is.
Okay.
But that's our final one.
The final offer that they get. Okay.
Right.
Great.
Last chance.
Got it. Awesome. I love that. All right. Well, so that's your welcome series. Lots of great tips there. Lots of good tidbits. Another successful flow that you guys have is your browse abandonment flow. And I think this one, we do have a screenshot of it, Kelsey, or we don't. But anyhow, let's talk through this flow. I think we have it broken up. So they're side by side, but normally they would go up and down. So
this is
talk through why this works.
Yeah, this is actually, the flow isn't brand new, but the way that we've divided it up is brand new. So we always just did browse, abandon, one generic email. Did you see something you like?
Yeah.
Or we saw you checking this out. Those 2 that say generic, and it would just have the dynamic block of whatever they looked at. And then recently we decided to break it out a little bit further into people that were just looking at bundles in particular, and to then put this comparison chart in that email to remind them of the difference between a GhostBed bundle and a competitor's bundle. So it's something that was very specific to just the bundles. We're not going to include that chart if you were looking at the sheets. And then we also have with our silk pillowcase, because that's a different offer. We actually have been offering 50% off on the pillowcase. So if you were looking at the pillowcase, you get a different browse abandon email to remind you that that's 50% off.
Okay.
So I'd say within the last, month or 2, we've broken it out and it's been really, really successful. So I'm so happy we did it. I'm not sure if I'm going to break it out more because I know it can get complicated and confusing the more conditions you have. Mm-hmm. But so far, I'm very pleased with how this is working, especially the bundles one.
Right. That's nice. So you have a generic one, but you also have broken it out into product specific ones. Again, getting a little bit more customer focused, right. Personalized, and really like hitting them with what they were looking at. I always fall for the browse abandonment. I mean, cart abandonment, browse abandonment, that's me. I'm that girl. So
Totally.
those are big ones. We see that a lot on Live from Your Laptop, are the browse abandonments.
Yes.
So definitely make sure you guys have that set up. Okay, veering off flows a little bit, but don't worry, because I think we're gonna bring them back up here. We have to touch on SMS. So you guys are using Klaviyo's SMS. And you have seen success with it. We love how your communication is so personal. So we were kind of looking through some of your SMS campaigns and your flows, and they're very personal, which is what I love. How have your customers responded to this new communication method from you guys? Like, how did you get them, what was the first step in getting them to even subscribe?
So for the opt-in on site, you just have to include, email, right under email, put SMS. As my dad always says, you put something in front of people, they'll buy it, they'll click it, they'll enter it. So put that box to have them enter their text message, but their phone number, but don't make it required. I would never make that required. Make that optional. And people will put their phone number in, and then you'll just start collecting phone numbers slowly but surely. And personalization is it's my favorite. I mean, who doesn't love a personalized message? But there's definitely a very big difference between sending somebody an email and a text.
Yes.
And this is so important, because my inbox of emails, you can email me any time of day, whoever you are, and I don't get offended, right? Text messages, that's like my private personal space.
Yeah.
Right. That's where I talk to my closest people, my parents, my siblings, my best friends. When a brand just pops in there, that can, even if you gave them your phone number, that can be a little, intrusive. So you have to be very, very careful. So I don't over text people at all. And the responses, I'm sure you can guess who does all the SMS conversation replies, right?
I don't know, Ashley. I mean, I'm going to take a wild guess here.
Gee, I wonder who. So I see the way that people reply to those compared to how they replied email. And people get nasty over text. They definitely do. F you, I didn't sign up for this. You did, but okay. Like, people like, what are you doing here? And people often don't think that there's really a person there.
Yeah,
so
right.
I've gotten some nasty things, and I'll just give them back a little bit of wit or humor. And it's like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Like, I didn't know there was really somebody there. So, it's very different.
Yeah,
but they work together. You have to complement them together. So with our welcome series, if they've consented to receive SMS, they do get a welcome text. And that is hugely successful. I don't know if you have.
I think we have a screenshot of it. Yeah, we'll put that up there. So, I'd love to have the community look at this. It's very simple.
Very simple.
But going back, because I agree with you. I think that SMS is a complement to email, and you should use it that way. And I know there were some questions in the chat, like, is your SMS strategy different from your email marketing? It has to be, but it has to complement each other. So I think a question that came from the community was, how do you balance cadence with SMS and emails, not making sure that you're not hitting people too much? So then we can talk about this flow, or maybe the flow corresponds with what you're going to say.
Yes, so there's this flow. So we have a few text messages that come about. So there's the welcome. This is the welcome series for text. So after a minute, after you sign up, you get the welcome, click this link to save 40%. Okay. And then a day later, you get a prompt to take our mattress quiz, which we're all going to do later. And then in browse abandon, there's a text if you're consented to receive, and in cart abandon as well. Okay. And that's pretty much, that's it. Right. Except then we do campaigns. And what I've learned, campaign SMS sends. And what I've learned is people they just want the sales over SMS. There's no point sending like an education piece or refer a friend or, read this article about back pain. They have no interest. It's 40% off, 30%, shop our biggest our deals. And people love gifts. They love emojis. They love pictures. Those do significantly better than just an all text.
Yeah.
So, right. So here we have the first welcome SMS, and the image I just swap out to whatever the current offer is or the current holiday. And it's very simple, but it's wildly successful. And it's very, very simple. And then comes my dad asking you if you want help picking your perfect mattress. And that takes you through the quiz. And people like to take that quiz.
Yeah, I mean, I would. He seems like a super nice guy, family guy. Like, I like that. I like that. So I agree with you. Text is more convenient. It's faster. It's more like, it pops up. I turn off email notifications. I work for an email marketing company, but I tend to turn it off because I just get so many emails. But text is immediate like that. And how easy was it to set up those campaigns and those SMS flows, Ashley?
Very easy.
Like,
I mean, when you have Caitlin, everything's easy, but but it's easy. It's easy. It's easy. If you can do an email, you can do a text. It's not hard. It's easier than email because it's so simple, right? There's not that much you can do with it. It's a text message.
Right. And I think this is the last question related to SMS that the community sent in, which you kind of gave some really great tips, but what are your top 3 tips for people looking to convert? Either convert over to Klaviyo SMS from another SMS platform, or like, hey, they're using Klaviyo for email. What's like the first thing that they can do to get started with setting up their SMS, with their SMS campaigns and flows?
I would say definitely convert over to Klaviyo because we were with a competitor and I was not happy at all. It's like, you don't know what you're missing when you don't know what else is out there, but I just felt like it was off. And then when we switched over, I was like, wow, because you have so much data tagged to your profiles with email. And then when you have their phone number too, you have all that data as well with it. And then when you can put those two together under one flow, it's like hit them with the text and hit them with an email. And whichever they're more responsive to, they're going to engage with. So you're giving them the option. And then again, if they convert, then they're done. You're not still sending texts because that
platform is right. That makes
exactly
sense.
It's all together. And I think segmenting with SMS again is super important. Like, don't send a text, a campaign SMS to everyone. Send it to your most engaged. And then what you can also do is take actions based on, or send a text based on actions that they've taken. So if they clicked on this email, then don't send this text. If they didn't click this email, then send this text, right? So if they aren't responding to the email, try sending them a text message.
I love that. That's great advice. Well, I'm glad that it's working out for you. One-stop shop. We love hearing that. So last question before we get into finding our perfect mattress. What's next for GhostBed? Can you give us a sneak peek into any big announcements that are coming up this year, or maybe a new product?
I can't, to know my father, to know that he's so secretive about everything. But we always have tricks up our sleeve. And what we do is we research, and we're all really about cool mattresses, cool sleep products. So everything we do integrates cooling. And so we do have some pretty cool things coming out revolving around cool sleep, and some revolutionary things with packaging that's really one of a kind. And we don't just put out a product. Like, anything we put out is tested, tried and true, and researched and truly engineered. That's why we have patents. We have a lot of patents on our products. So all I can say is there's always more coming. So just
okay. Ashley, well, we can't wait for that. And I will volunteer to be a tester. You can send me anything. I will.
Everyone wants to volunteer to be a tester. Everyone.
I will be your tester. So awesome, Ashley. Well, thank you so much. That was amazing. So much key tips in there and insights just in that last, 45 minutes. Thank you for letting us see those flows and the SMS examples. So before we do the quiz, you guys, and the giveaway, I have a quick poll I'm going to put up. Want to see how you liked the show today. 0, you hated it. And if that was the case, you should have jumped off many minutes ago. If you loved it, let us know. Give us a 5 or a 4. 4 works. We'll take a 4. So I'm going to let that run. And while we do that, I'm going to pass it over to Ashley, and we're going to go through the quiz. I know Kelsey is going to put the link to the quiz in the chat, you guys. So if you want to follow along, she just did. So if you want to follow along, click on that link and take the quiz yourself. And then you can listen. Ashley's gonna give the quiz to me, and I'm gonna answer.
We're gonna do it together.
Here we go.
Okay, so I'm gonna share my screen. And we're gonna take the quiz. So this is a simple quiz, so nobody should be scared.
Okay, not scared.
Well, it's not going to be like, a 30 question.
Yes.
It's very simple. It's 6 or 7 questions. So we're going to help you find the perfect mattress.
Okay.
So let's begin.
Let's go.
Okay. What is your body temperature like at night? Do you sleep cold? Do you sleep hot? Or are you not sure?
Well, a part of me would say not sure because I'm sleeping, but I would say I sleep hot.
Okay, most people do sleep hot.
Okay, that's good.
And it really is disruptive to sleep. If you're waking up because you're sweating and you're hot, you're not sleeping well. So you need a cooling mattress. Okay. I sleep hot. What type of feel or firmness do you prefer? Do you like soft, in the middle, medium, or firm?
I'm in the middle. In the middle.
Most people are in the middle.
And you guys, if you're not taking the quiz online, feel free to follow along with me and put your, what you would do in the chat if you feel comfortable. I'm really putting myself out there today on Live from Your Laptop. I mean, I'm letting all y'all know.
It's a very intimate thing, right?
It is very intimate. I just realized that. Okay, God. Oh, geez. What's next? Okay, go ahead.
What type of mattress are you looking for? Memory foam, inner spring, hybrid, which means both foam and springs, or you don't know.
Oh, I'm hybrid because I want the best of both worlds.
Best of both worlds. Here we go. Okay, and in what position do you normally sleep? On your back, side sleeper, stomach sleeper, or all over the place?
This isn't all over the place. If you have a dog, if anybody else that's listening has a dog and you let your dog sleep in the bed, I make him sleep on top of the bed. He's not in the sheets with me. I'm all over the place because he's all over the place. So I moved with the dog.
Place. Yeah. Okay, you're all over the place.
Life, mattresses, everything.
Hot messes.
Relationships. We want to get real. Okay.
Okay, so what issues affect your sleep? Select any that apply. A little overweight, trouble falling or staying asleep, you have aches and pains, fibromyalgia, arthritis, or none. Okay.
I would say that the top 2 is I have trouble falling or staying asleep, and I have aches and pains.
Like the majority of us.
Yep.
And last question. See, almost done. Right? It's quick. It's easy. Select all that apply. Do any of these apply to you? Do you have sleep apnea, asthma, or do you snore? Acid reflux or heartburn? Varicose veins or swollen legs and feet? Migraines, or you and your partner have different comfort preferences?
Well, I would have to ask my dog, Jack Daniels, about that last one. But I'm going to have to say I have frequent migraines.
Frequent migraines. Okay, so let's see your results. You get the GhostBed 3D matrix. And just like that, you've got your personalized answer of which you should get. And in case that doesn't seem right to you, we give you your next runner-up, which would be the GhostBed Flex. Both are inner spring hybrid mattresses. So that's why you got those as well. And of course, we recommend getting the adjustable base to work with to help your migraines.
Definitely need the adjustable base with that.
Everything better. And if you still have questions, you can email, and guess who answers those?
Not Mark, but Ashley. All right, Ashley, that was awesome. Well, hopefully those that were taking the quiz alongside me, they were able to find their perfect mattress. I just bought a mattress. However, I know.
Turn it.
Pillows. I'm gonna do the other cross-selling items that you have. But no, this is really fun, you guys. And I would assume that you're using data from this quiz that filters back into Klaviyo. Yes, no, maybe.
No.
That's okay. Maybe a good idea too.
We're working on it. We're working on it. Requires some engineering.
Working on it. So awesome. Thank you so much for doing that with us, Ashley. Okay, giveaway question, and then we got to go because it's 5:01, you guys, and I have a couple updates. So Ashley, if you want to stop sharing your screen. Awesome. And how the giveaway is going to work, you guys, we're giving away 2 prizes. So the first and the 20th person to reply in the chat the right answer is going to get the giveaway. We will email you either later today or tomorrow to get you your prize. So Ashley's going to ask the question, and everybody get your fingers ready.
Okay. What did I do before I did our email marketing? No, I wanted to be a doctor. I'm not a doctor.
Man, you wouldn't be able to be on this show if you were a doctor and running email marketing.
I see a few of the right answers.
Yeah. So, okay. So our first winner is Mackenzie. Invoices is the correct answer. So Mackenzie's the first winner, and we'll get the 20th winner. Trevor's going to count that out for us. So that's it, you guys. Thank you everybody for joining the show today. Ashley from GhostBed, thank you so much, and your entire family and team. We are so excited to see what you guys do next. And, we are just honored and grateful to have you as a customer. Lastly,
thank you for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. It was fun. We had a blast. And lastly, thank you to everybody that tuned in today. I always say every week, it is the highlight of my week and has been the highlight of my week. And I hope that is true for you too, that we get to connect every single week on Live from Your Laptop. So thank you for being here. Couple quick announcements before you guys jump. First, be on the lookout for a follow-up email with some additional resources to help your business own it. And you're going to get a replay of today's show, and then we're going to drive you over to GhostBed because I heard they're having a pretty awesome Memorial Day sale, and now would be a great time to get your GhostBed. Second, we will have a link to sign up for the first ever EMEA edition of Live from Your Laptop that is happening this Thursday. Yes, we have some great EMEA brands that have been on the show in the past, but we received so much feedback from our community over there about bringing the show to London. So y'all ask and you shall receive. So this Thursday, Ugly Drinks will be our first guest on EMEA edition of Live from Your Laptop. Starts at 4 p.m. BST. That is British Summer Time. If you do not know that, I did not. I had to look it up. Lastly, we are gearing up for 2 final episodes of Live from Your Laptop this June, you guys. All good things must come to an end. So we'll have 2 more episodes here in the States, and then we're going to pass the ball over to our EMEA team and community to carry that through while my team and I ramp up to start bringing back some in-person and hybrid events this fall. So much exciting stuff coming our way. My second winner is Raphael. I'm probably saying it wrong. I'm sorry. But Raphael, you are our second winner. So much, like I said, so much exciting stuff happening here, you guys, and we can't wait to see you at one of our in-person events come the fall. Bye for now, and have a great rest of your week. Thanks.